Welcome back to our latest video. Today we're going to explore 15 strange and unique facts about Madagascar that will leave you amazed. From ancient traditions to quirky customs, we'll uncover what makes the culture of Madagascar so fascinating. Without further ado, let's dive right in. But before we get started, please give us a like or subscribe to our channel to motivate us to create more great videos. Thank you. Number 15, left-hand usage. Have you ever found yourself fumbling with a jar only to finally get it open using your left hand? Well, in Madagascar, the left hand is reserved for much less glamorous tasks. Handing or receiving items with your left hand is a major no-no, almost like sending a love text to your boss by mistake. Historically, the left hand is considered less pure and is typically used for personal hygiene. Picture this. You're at a lively Malagasy market, captivated by the colorful displays and delicious smells. You find a basket of fresh vanilla beans that you just have to have. In your excitement, you hand over your money with your left hand. The vendor's eyebrows shoot up faster than a rocket, and you suddenly feel like you've made a huge blunder. A quick switch to your right hand, accompanied by an apologetic smile, helps you recover from the faux pas. In Madagascar, when in doubt, remember to use your right hand to avoid those disapproving glares. Number 14, pregnant women and funerals. In Madagascar, combining pregnancy and funerals is as awkward as showing up to a formal event in pajamas. Pregnant women are typically advised to avoid funerals, stemming from the belief that the spirits of the deceased might decide to hang around the unborn child. Imagine telling your friend, "I can't attend your uncle's funeral because I'm avoiding ghosts until my baby is born." This practice is a blend of respect for ancestors and a touch of supernatural caution. Picture this, a pregnant woman walking past a funeral, and everyone reacts as if she's about to share the biggest secret. Instead of attending, she's probably at home, enjoying some delicious Malagasy cuisine and catching up on her favorite shows. This tradition might seem strange to outsiders, but in Madagascar, it's a mix of spiritual respect and practical superstition, ensuring that expectant mothers and their babies remain ghost-free for a healthy birth. Number 13, bathing in certain rivers. In Madagascar, some rivers are off-limits for a refreshing swim because they are considered sacred. Imagine being a tourist, ready to take a dip in a crystal-clear river, only to be stopped by a local who looks at you in shock, as if you've just suggested something outrageous. These rivers are believed to be inhabited by spirits, and bathing in them is strictly for rituals or special ceremonies. It's like having a do not disturb sign for the spirits that reside there. Think of these rivers as exclusive spots where only ancestors have access. If you were to accidentally swim in one, you'd need more than just a towel to dry off. You'd need a quick lesson in local customs and plenty of apologies. Instead of swimming, it's better to enjoy the beauty of these rivers from the shore and show respect to the spiritual guardians. This tradition helps keep the rivers clean and maintains the Malagasy people's deep connection with their ancestors, ensuring a respectful relationship between the living and the spiritual world. Number 12, killing lemurs. In Madagascar, lemurs are like national treasures, revered and adored by everyone. Hurting a lemur is not only taboo, but considered as bad as kicking a beloved mascot. Absolutely unthinkable, and sure to cause a public outcry. Imagine accidentally stepping on someone's toes at a concert. Now multiply that reaction by 10. That's the kind of response you'd get if you even considered harming these beloved creatures. Lemurs, with their wide-eyed, always surprised look, seem to say, "I'm adorable, and I know it," making them untouchable icons to the Malagasy people. Think of a lemur as the ultimate animal influencer with a huge fan base and no tolerance for any mistreatment. If you were to harm one, you'd quickly find yourself facing a very passionate group of defenders, complete with protest signs and viral hashtags calling for justice. Lemurs are more than just cute animals. They represent the island's rich biodiversity and cultural heritage. The Malagasy people regard them as sacred beings, embodying the spirit of Madagascar's ancient forests. So, next time you see a lemur, treat it with the respect it deserves, and maybe even snap a selfie. Just. Number 11, working on Tuesdays. In Madagascar, starting a big project on a Tuesday is avoided like the plague, as it's believed to bring bad luck. Imagine suggesting to begin a new venture on Tuesday and being met with horrified looks from your Malagasy colleagues. It's almost as if Tuesday has a personal vendetta against productivity. In their eyes, this day is not meant for important work, akin to trying to enjoy a soggy sandwich for lunch. Think of Tuesday as the day to steer clear of anything significant. Instead, Malagasy people reserve it for mundane tasks that don't risk invoking bad luck. Starting major projects is strictly saved for other days of the week, ensuring smoother sailing and better outcomes. It's a quirky tradition that might seem odd to outsiders, but it's deeply rooted in their cultural beliefs. Number 10. Talking about death. In Madagascar, bringing up the topic of death is as awkward as discussing politics at a family dinner. Malagasy people prefer to avoid talking about death directly, treating it like a mischievous spirit that could cause trouble if acknowledged. Imagine mentioning your own mortality at a social event and watching the entire room go silent, with everyone suddenly finding their shoes or the nearest window extremely interesting. It's a conversational black hole, draining all the cheerfulness from the room faster than you can say funeral. When death is discussed, it's often cloaked in euphemisms or metaphors. Instead of saying someone has died, they might say they've gone to the big rice field in the sky or joined the ancestors for a long chat. This way of speaking maintains a sense of respect and avoids the direct confrontation with mortality. Number 9. Whistling at night. In Madagascar, whistling at night is like sending out an open invitation to spirits, making it a strict no-no. Picture this. You're wandering through a quiet Malagasy village under the moonlight, feeling carefree, and you start to whistle a tune. Suddenly, shutters close, doors bolt, and the village cats scatter. It's as if you've accidentally announced a ghostly gathering that no one wants to attend. When night falls, locals know better than to whistle, fearing they might summon wandering spirits. Whistling, an otherwise innocent act, becomes a potential call to the supernatural. So if you find yourself in Madagascar after dark with a tune in your head, it's best to keep it to yourself. Humming silently is your safest bet to avoid any unexpected and unseen visitors. Number 8. Vanilla production. Madagascar proudly holds the title as the top producer of vanilla, supplying around 80% of the world's vanilla. This island nation turns simple desserts into exquisite treats with its prized vanilla beans. However, the process of producing vanilla is incredibly demanding and far from glamorous. Farmers in Madagascar wake up at sunrise to meticulously hand-pollinate each orchid blossom using tiny bamboo sticks, ensuring that every flower receives the necessary pollen. After pollination, the vanilla beans go through a lengthy curing process that can take several months. Imagine rows upon rows of green vanilla pods basking in the Malagasy sun, being carefully turned and massaged daily by farmers to develop their rich, aromatic flavor. This painstaking process transforms the beans into the dark, fragrant treasures we all enjoy. Vanilla is often referred to as black gold due to its high value and the intensive labor required to produce it. The next time you savor vanilla ice cream, think about the dedication and effort of Malagasy farmers who bring this exquisite flavor to your table. Number 7. Avenue of the Baobabs. The Avenue of the Baobabs in Madagascar is like stepping into a natural art gallery, with ancient towering trees that seem straight out of a fantasy tale. This famous dirt road, lined with majestic baobabs, becomes especially enchanting at sunset, when golden light casts long shadows. These upside-down trees, with their massive trunks, look like they could house entire communities of forest creatures. Walking down this avenue, you might feel like a tiny ant in a giant's garden, dwarfed by these enormous trees that have stood for centuries, if not millennia. The allure of the Avenue of the Baobabs goes beyond its visual splendor. It's in the silent stories these trees hold. Each baobab is a living monument, having witnessed generations of Malagasy life. Locals believe these trees have spiritual significance, often linking them to legends and folklore, adding to their mystique. Tourists from all over the world come with cameras in hand, eager to capture this otherworldly beauty. However, no photo can truly capture the awe of standing among these ancient giants, feeling connected to Madagascar's rich natural heritage and the timeless spirit of the baobabs. Number 6. Isolated evolution. Madagascar is a unique evolutionary wonderland, a place where nature has conducted its own exclusive experiments. Separated from Africa millions of years ago, the island evolved its own distinct ecosystem, fostering unique flora and fauna found nowhere else on the planet. It's as if Mother Nature had a special project, leading to the development of extraordinary species like lemurs, chameleons, and fossas. This isolation turned Madagascar into a hotspot of biodiversity so unique that it's often referred to as the 8th continent. Take lemurs, for example. These fascinating creatures, ranging from the tiny mouse lemur to the large indri, exhibit a diversity that's unparalleled. Without competition from mainland predators, they've thrived and evolved in extraordinary ways. Similarly, Madagascar's plant life, including the spiny forests and towering baobabs, adapted to the island's various climates, developing unique characteristics. This evolutionary seclusion has made Madagascar comparable to Darwin's Galapagos, offering endless discoveries of nature's ingenuity. Number 5. Famadihana. This next fact about Madagascar will truly astonish you. Famadihana, or the turning of the bones, is a tradition that transforms a typically somber event into a lively celebration. Think of it as a family reunion mixed with a festival. Every few years, Malagasy families retrieve the remains of their ancestors from family crypts, rewrap them in fresh silk shrouds, and dance with the bodies to joyful music. This unique ritual allows the living and the dead to come together, celebrating the enduring bonds of family and honoring those who have passed. The atmosphere during Famadihana is anything but gloomy. It's filled with laughter, music, and a strong sense of community. Relatives from near and far gather to participate, bringing food, drinks, and gifts to honor their ancestors. As the band plays, family members dance with the wrapped remains, sharing stories and memories to ensure their ancestors feel loved and remembered. This tradition not only highlights Malagasy cultural identity, but also aims to keep the spirits of the departed happy, securing their blessings and protection. Famadihana perfectly captures the Malagasy perspective of death as a continuation of life, celebrating it with music, respect, and unending joy. Number 4. Pirate history. Madagascar's pirate history is a thrilling tale straight out of a swashbuckling adventure, complete with legendary buccaneers, hidden treasures, and mysterious hideouts. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the island became a pirate sanctuary, thanks to its prime location along the bustling Indian Ocean trade routes. With its secluded bays and coves, Madagascar provided the perfect refuge for notorious pirates like William Kidd and Henry Every, who used the island as a base to evade capture by naval authorities. These pirate captains turned Madagascar into a hotspot for outlaws, establishing secret settlements that thrived on stolen wealth. One of the most captivating pirate legends is that of Libertalia, a mythical colony, supposedly founded by pirates in Madagascar. According to lore, Libertalia was a utopia of democracy and equality, where pirates from around the world lived in harmony, sharing their spoils and self-governing with fairness. While the reality of Libertalia remains a blend of myth and history, the pirate legacy in Madagascar is undeniable. Tales of buried treasure and shipwrecks continue to allure adventurers and historians, drawing treasure hunters to the island in search of lost riches. Today, the pirate heritage of Madagascar is celebrated through stories and traditions, preserving the adventurous spirit amidst the island's enchanting landscapes. Number 3. Eating eels. In Madagascar, the act of eating eels is surrounded by cultural taboos and deep-seated beliefs, making these slippery creatures far more than a simple dish. In some regions, eating eels is completely forbidden, a fate rooted in ancestral traditions and spiritual reverence. For many Malagasy people, eels are linked to ancestors or protective spirits, and consuming them is thought to bring misfortune or anger the spirits. It's as if these eels hold a special, untouchable status in the animal kingdom, respected and kept off the dinner table. Picture yourself at a Malagasy feast with a variety of delicious foods on display, and someone boldly suggests serving eel. The immediate reaction would be a unanimous no, accompanied by stories of bad luck that befell those who ignored this sacred taboo. In Madagascar, where traditions are held in high regard, avoiding eels is about more than respecting the past. It's about maintaining harmony with the spiritual world. While eels might be a delicacy in other cultures, in Madagascar they remain untouched, symbolizing a deep connection between the people and their ancestors. Number 2. Sapphire mining. In Madagascar, sapphire mining is a dynamic mix of hard work, luck, and transformation. The region of Ilakaka, once a sleepy village, has evolved into a bustling town due to the discovery of sapphire deposits. Miners and prospectors from around the world flock here, hoping to find gems that could change their fortunes. The town is now filled with makeshift shops, vibrant markets, and a diverse crowd of hopeful treasure hunters. Mining for sapphires is labor-intensive and often done by hand. Miners dig through gravel, inspecting each stone meticulously for the coveted sparkle of a sapphire. This boom has brought economic growth and job opportunities, but also significant challenges. The influx of wealth has spurred local development, yet it has also caused environmental damage and social issues. Unregulated mining activities can devastate the landscape, while the sudden population growth puts pressure on infrastructure and resources. Additionally, the industry faces problems like child labor and unsafe working conditions. Efforts are underway to promote ethical mining practices to protect both workers and the environment. These initiatives aim to ensure that the sapphire industry can sustain the local economy without harming Madagascar's ecological and social fabric. Number 1. Unique wildlife. Madagascar's wildlife is a true biological wonder, with more than 90% of its species being endemic, meaning they exist nowhere else on Earth. This incredible diversity is due to the island's long-term isolation from mainland Africa, which allowed evolution to take a unique and creative path. Among its most renowned inhabitants are the lemurs, which range from the tiny mouse lemur, small enough to fit in your hand, to the larger and vocal indri. Each lemur species has evolved to fill different ecological niches, exhibiting a wide range of behaviors, diets, and social structures. Chameleons also abound in Madagascar, showcasing a spectacular variety, from the colorful panther chameleon to the tiny Bruxia micra, one of the smallest reptiles on the planet. The island is also home to the peculiar ai, a nocturnal lemur with a long skeletal middle finger used to fish insects out of tree bark, and the fossa, a cat-like carnivore and the top predator in Madagascar. The plant life is equally extraordinary, featuring iconic baobab trees, spiny forests, and numerous endemic orchids and other plants. This unique biodiversity attracts scientists and nature enthusiasts worldwide, highlighting the crucial need for conservation efforts. Protecting Madagascar's ecosystems is essential to preserving its natural heritage and understanding the intricate processes of evolution and the web of life. Madagascar's vibrant cultural traditions and remarkable biodiversity create a unique and captivating destination, filled with fascinating taboos and stunning natural wonders. If you loved learning about these incredible facts, be sure to subscribe to Eagle Discovery for more intriguing insights into the world's most fascinating places.